dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Like you all, I am also eagerly waiting to listen to my sister Prakas. We have brought her all the way here, but I am only going to say about how this translation happened. I happened to get this as vulnerable to this. So I thought that this book should be translated to Tamil so that it reaches all my district judges, municipals, magistrates. So I established contact with you, called you over phone, introduced myself to you, and asked you your permission to translate it to Tamil. You, without batting an eyelid, you said, brother, please do it, you said. It was a free Tamil. So I thought that I shouldn't have the assistance of someone. The only person I could think of was Chakravarti, the visually talented judge of the Tamil Nadu judiciary, who has translated the criminal rules of practice 2019 into Tamil, which is the official version. So Chakravarti and I decided to translate this, and after completing the translation, I sent it to Mr. K. Sukumaran of Kumbakonam, who teaches poor children to come to crack the judicial examination, and I sent it to him for corrections. He did some corrections and sent it back to me with a foreword. Then once I get to my friend Jayachandran, who also went through the draft and gave a foreword. So with these two forewords, I was just wanting how to find out a publisher for this book. The publisher that came to my mind was Alliance Publishing House. Alliance Publishing House is a 100 years publishing house which has published books of Subhash Chandra Bose, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, Mahakavi Subramania Bharatiya's, all the work they have published. In fact, their grandfather is a very close friend of Subhash Bose, and I have seen letters written by Subhash. Subhash will write, Subhash he will write. That signature letters are there with him. So when I gave the draft to him, he went through the draft, made it more easier for a thing, because they are publishers, they have their own translators and they have done it. And he told me one thing, sir, we will publish this at a very reasonable cost so that it reaches the lawyer community. They are able to buy it and read it. So he said, I will price it at 200 rupees, though the English version is 350 rupees. So at that cost, he published it. After the book came as an identical to the English version, how to go about releasing the book. When I met Prabhakaran and Madras, they grabbed the opportunity and said, sir, Bar Council will release this book. Bar Council, the duty of Bar, because both of them went through the few pages and said, sir, nothing doing. We are going to release it at our cost. Thank you, Kamalraj and Prabhakaran. Then I was thinking, who should be called to release a book? Prakas is the only person who has to be called. So when I called her and told her, sister, I want you to come to Chennai. I'll send you the flight tickets. She said, nothing doing. I am coming to Chennai at my cost and I am doing it. What is this, brother? She said. And today she has come. These are the books, I always used to think that this book and the book by Nambi Narayanan, the ISRO scientist, these two books have really touched me, because these are the books where you may be in a powerful position in an administrative setup or a judicial setup, but the criminal justice system is, as pointed out by Mr. Prabhakaran, we are all vulnerable. We are terribly vulnerable in the system, and the system would make anyone, an innocent person, guilty. So somewhere, this system has to be, we have to address this system as lawyers. And we have a duty to see, because after my retirement, I think I told in my retirement speech that I am not going to take up any tribunal work or anything, and I am going to work for teaching law college students and working for the upliftment of prisoners. During my work with Mr. Ravi Kumar Paul, senior advocate in the prisons, I found that only the marginalized section of the people are in the prisons. Poor people, Dalits, they are all getting caught in the web of law. But what happened to the rich people? Why aren't they not committing crimes at all, is it? Only cell phone snatchers and chain snatchers are found inside the prison, is it? So these were the questions that I asked myself, as Krishna very beautifully pointed out. The judiciary barks at everyone, but bites only the poor. Judiciary barks at everyone, but bites only the poor. So this is where I asked this question to myself. If this could happen to a person like Prakas, if this could happen to scientists like Nambi Narayan, what would happen to you and me? Therefore, my dear friends, what I suggest is, please buy this book. Form some study circles, whether MHA or MBA or WLA or wherever it is. Sit down, read this book, find out how this system could be repaired, because as Dr. Ambedkar pointed out, on the floor of the assembly, he said, till today, you had somebody to blame, the British. But today, you have no one to blame but yourself for something going wrong. There is no point in, because Dr. Ambedkar was very prescient. He knew that till 15th August 1947, we can blame the British for everything. After 15th August 1947, we have no business to blame the British. So we have walked much, 74 years we have walked. Still, our people are vulnerable. There is something wrong in the system. New CRPC, IPC not going to come. I do not know what it is going to do. But somewhere, we lawyers, as pointed out by Mr. Prakash, have a duty to see that we discuss these issues, openly discuss these issues, and find out a solution for our people. Only then I think this, whatever little work we have done, will be of great use. With this, I thank you, Mr. Prakas, for giving me this opportunity, and I thank everyone here who have come here to raise this occasion. And ultimately, பாரதியார் சொன்னது இதுதான், இச்சகத்தில் உள்ளோரெல்லாம் எதிர்த்து நின்ற போதிலும் அச்சமில்லை 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 துச்சமாக எண்ணி நம்மை எதிர்த்து செய்த போதிலும். The amount she suffered, relatives abandoned her when her husband was caught. Achamillai, Achamillai, she stood. Sister, I will translate this in English to you afterwards. All right. So thank you, Jai Hind.